Hello everyone, right here I have a 2023 Chery Tiggo 8 Pro 390T Premium. And today I'm going to make a startup and full vehicle tour video of it, show you the features inside and out. So here is the key fob. Let's go ahead and start it up first. There are welcome lights as you unlock the car. The Tiggo 8 Pro in Malaysia does come standard with a remote engine start system. So to use the system, first make sure the car is locked, then press and hold this button. As you can see, the side mirrors are currently folded out. Upon locking the car, they automatically fold in. And upon unlocking, they automatically fold out again. If you press and hold on the unlock button, you are able to roll down all four windows in the car simultaneously, as well as open up the sunroof. And to close all of them back together, just press and hold on the lock button. Another standard feature for the Tiggo 8 Pro in Malaysia is Chery's version of a smart keyless entry and start system. So, just have the key fob on yourself. The car is currently unlocked. To lock the car, press the indentation on the driver's side door handle. And to unlock the car, just wait a moment and tap the area again behind the driver's side door handle. Along with that smart keyless entry is a keyless push button start system. So to start the Tiggo 8 Pro, make sure the key fob is inside the car. Put your foot on the brake and press the start button to the left of the steering wheel. The Tiggo 8 Pro uses an electric rack and pinion power steering system. Standard for Malaysia is a leather steering wheel with a flat bottom design, gloss black trim on the inner bottom half, and sport grips at 10 and 2. A 7-speed dual-clutch transmission, or DCT in short, is the only transmission available for the Tiggo 8 Pro in Malaysia. As the name suggests, a DCT uses two sets of clutches, one for odd gears and another for even gears. A DCT aims to give drivers better fuel efficiency and faster shift times when compared to conventional automatic transmission. This transmission does have a manual shifting option selected via the gear lever. Another two standard items for Malaysia are front and rear parking sensors and a 540-degree 3D camera system. The camera system features active guidance signs at the rear and in front, and the row of buttons on the top of the camera display allows drivers to select either the rear or the front cameras, bring up the 3D camera view where the guidance signs and the wheels on the display turn with the steering wheel, and lastly, access the camera settings menu. Safety features in the Tiggo 8 Pro include 9 airbags, an anti-lock braking system, electronic brake force distribution, brake assist, an electronic stability program, traction control, hill start assist control, hill descent control, a tire pressure monitoring system, an alarm system, and an immobilizer. ISOFIX child seat anchor points are found on the outer two middle row seats. Driver assistance features comprises autonomous emergency braking, front collision warning, lane departure warning, a lane keeping system, blind spot detection, rear cross traffic alert, integrated cruise assist, and traffic jam assist. 19-inch multi-spoke two-tone alloy rims are found on the Tiggo 8 Pro in Malaysia. This car uses 235/50 R19 Cooper Tyres Evolution CTT tyres. The disc brakes are ventilated in front and solid out back. For the suspension, it is made up of McPherson struts up front and a multi-link setup at the rear. Chery is a Chinese car manufacturer headquartered in Wuhu, Anhui, China. It was established in 1997 and is currently one of the top 10 car manufacturers in China in terms of number of vehicles produced. The Tiggo series, consisting of crossover SUVs, is one of Chery's product lineups. The nameplate first debuted in 2005 on a compact crossover SUV. As the Tiggo lineup expanded, the original Chery Tiggo became known as the Chery Tiggo 3. The Tiggo lineup currently in production include the Tiggo 3X, the Tiggo 5X, the Tiggo 7, the Tiggo 8, and the Tiggo 9. The Tiggo 8 is a D-segment vehicle that is positioned above the smaller C-segment Tiggo 7 and below the larger, but still D-segment, Tiggo 9. There are 3 Tiggo 8 models in China: the regular Tiggo 8 that has been around since 2018, the Tiggo 8 Plus that was launched in 2020, and the Tiggo 8 Pro that went on sale in 2022. For export, the Tiggo 8 Plus model is used and is sold under the names Tiggo 8 Pro and Tiggo 8 Pro Max. Both models feature the same design, the only difference being the Pro Max having the 390T engine. Chery returned to the Malaysian market in July 2023 after being several years absent. The Tiggo 8 Pro was one of the products that marked Chery's re-entry into Malaysia, the other being the Omoda 5. Despite having the 390T engine, the Tiggo 8 Pro Max in Malaysia is sold as the Tiggo 8 Pro. Currently, Chery Malaysia offers the Tiggo 8 Pro in just one variant, the 390T Premium DCT. Powering this car is Chery's SQRF 4J20, 2-litre, dual overhead cams, 16 valves, turbocharged inline-4 petrol engine. This engine features variable valve timing and direct injection. It produces 251 horsepower at 5500 rpm and 390 Nm of torque at 1750 to 4000 rpm. The fuel tank carries 57 litres of petrol, and the combined fuel consumption for the Tiggo 8 Pro 390T DCT is 7.4 litres per 100 km. Carbon dioxide emissions is 180 grams per kilometre, and the Tiggo 8 Pro is a front-wheel drive vehicle. Exterior features of the Tiggo 8 Pro include automatic manual leveling LED projector headlights, automatic wipers, automatic high beams, LED daytime running lights, LED side indicators, LED sequential front and rear indicators, LED front and rear fog lights, LED rear lights, LED rear number plate lights, body-colored door handles and side mirrors, roof rails, the spare tyre under the rear of the vehicle, and quad exhaust pipes. Speakers right there and down there, bottle holder, storage, central locking, mirror controls, window controls. All of the windows in this car are powered, and all of them do have a full automatic function in both directions. Window lock, traction control. This button activates or deactivates the vehicle's automatic stop-start feature. If the feature is activated, the engine will momentarily shut off when you arrive at a stop, such as a traffic light or traffic jam, to save that extra bit of petrol that the car uses. Lane departure warning, parking sensors, downhill assist. This button operates the power rear hatch. Chery floor mats, Tiggo door sills, and the driver's seat in this Tiggo 8 Pro Premium does get full powered adjustments. All of the controls are located right down there, including your 4-way power lumbar support. The driver's seat also does get a 3-person memory function set using the buttons right there. Alright, so let's go ahead and see how it revs. Dual zone automatic climate control system. These are the controls. And they're actually a separate set of fan speed controls for the rear, which I'll show you later. But back to the front controls. Temperature, front and rear defrost, power. This one activates your rear fan speed controls, air conditioning, recirculation, automatic mode, fan speed, and the climate control display is shared with the infotainment display located right above. Now, sync here means if you have it turned on, the driver's side will control the temperature for both sides, but if you turn it off, each side will have their individual controls. Different modes, and under seat, you can activate your 3-stage heated and cooled seats for the driver and front passenger. And you can turn all off right here. Qi wireless charging pad or storage, together with cup holders, a USB-A port to connect to the system, and a USB-C port for charging. You have a cover if you do not want this area exposed. Volume wheel, click the wheel down for power. This one brings up your vehicle settings within the infotainment display. This one's for the navigation. This one brings up the camera system. You have your various driving modes right here. You have comfort, normal, and sport. And right here is the Tiggo 8 Pro's electronic parking brake. It is currently engaged. To disengage it, put your foot on the brake and push the lever down. To engage it, simply pull the lever back up. There is an auto hold function for the parking brake, whereby say again you arrive at a stop such as a traffic light or traffic jam, the car is in drive, you lift your foot off the brake. With the auto hold function activated, the car won't actually move forward or roll back. The Tiggo 8 Pro comes with an integrated touchscreen head unit. This system features a 12.3-inch infotainment display, various media connectivity options, and an 8-speaker Sony premium audio sound system. The Sony sound system that this Tiggo 8 Pro uses is actually quite good. We are currently in the CarPlay menu with the current media playing information. You have the title, artist, album. The album art will show up here if available. You can play pause, go back a song, go for the song. And below you can activate your shuffle, repeat, and bring up your love and suggest as like this options. Playing next goes to your playing next playlist. And hit library to go back to your main media menu where you can access your library, playlists, and radio. Under library, you can look at your recently added songs, playlists, artists, and whatnot. To go back to your current media playing information, press this button right here. To the left, you have shortcut buttons for Google Maps, music, phone, and hit this button down here. To go back to your main CarPlay menu where you can access your phone, music, Apple Maps, messages, so on and so forth. To the right, we have more apps. And to the left, you can access the navigation. You can go to destination, bring up your voice commands, and control the media. To go back to the main Chery system, hit the Chery logo right here. Right here, we are in the main Chery system, where you can bring up your vehicle settings, smart driving settings, car body settings, in-car settings, light settings, and you can also go back to the home page by pressing the home button right here. You also have your local settings with your Bluetooth settings, Wi-Fi settings, sound settings with your various volume adjustments, speed, volume, your preset equalizers, loudness, so on and so forth, voice settings, display settings, system settings. You can restore back to factory settings down here. Equipment management. And right here, you can bring up your voice command, access your music, navigation, and home button as mentioned earlier. Next up, you can view your dash cam right here. You can record, view footage and whatnot. You can also access your media menu, navigation. Right here you can search for destination, look through the map, search for satellites, go home, change the map view, and zoom in and out. You can also view the electronic manual right here, pictures, videos, and select whether you want Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. To the left, you can access your phone, equipment management, bring up your camera, and perform software upgrades. As shown earlier, this car does have power folding side mirrors. To fold the side mirrors in from the inside, press this button right here. Electronic central locking. Light and indicator controls. If you turn on any of the indicators, it will bring up the side view camera system on the infotainment display. Favorite button, different media mode selection button, voice control, Bluetooth telephone controls, seat track, volume wheel, click the wheel down to mute the system. Right here you have your adaptive cruise control controls. This one sets the distance of the vehicle ahead. This one is for your lane departure warning system. And right here you have your multi-information display controls. Left and right goes between the different main menus, while up and down goes between the different sub-menus. Click the wheel down to select. Right now, driving data with trip B and trip A. Within the two driving data menus, you have your distance travel, average fuel consumption, average speed, and trip A is since the last startup and trip B is since the last reset. Instant fuel consumption, tire pressure monitoring system, compass, and back to the trip A and trip B. Next up, settings menu with the themes, fault inquiry, and maintenance mileage reset. Media, your navigation display, and back to the driving data. Wiper controls, and the steering wheel in this car is tilt and telescopic. You adjust it using this lever right here. Front center armrest with storage down below. You can have the option of having this area chilled just by twisting this knob. Auto dimming, rear view mirror. SD card slot for the dash cam is right here. And speaking of the dash cam, it's located right here. Sunglass holder. This one turns on or off the lights when you open the doors. LED front reading lights. And this button turns on the lights in the car. You have your sunroof controls right here. This one opens up the sunroof itself, while this one opens up the shade. As you can see, you can open up the sunroof as a vent or in full depending on what you prefer. You can also roll the sunshade all the way back if you choose to do so. Sun visor for the driver's side does get a vanity mirror and an LED light. Alright, so I guess that's it for the startup. We can turn it off right now. And continue with the rest of the tour. Speakers, storage, window control, And to gain access to the last row of seats, pull this lever, flip the whole seat forward, then move the whole seat forward. Now that I'm in the last row of seats, I did set the middle row seats to a position that I would feel comfortable in. I'm about 5'7", which is about 1.7 meters tall. There is a tiny bit of room to stretch out my feet underneath the middle row seats. As for legroom, I get about this much. And my head is actually touching the roof, so no headroom for me back here. However, you can always adjust the position of the middle row seats to suit your needs, and at least the seats back here are still relatively soft and comfortable. To fold down the 50-50 split third row seats, locate the levers on the sides of the third row seat headrests. This one folds down the left seat, while the one on this side folds down the right seat. Just pull it and flip the seat back down. You can use the same lever to adjust the angle of the seat back so you can have it more upright or more laid back depending on what you prefer. For both sides back here, you have a cup holder, a storage area, an aircon vent, and a speaker. For the right side, there is the aforementioned rear fan speed controls. Now for the middle row seats, you can adjust the angle of the seat back by this lever down here, and you can also use this same lever to flip the seat backs down. And to adjust the position of the seats, use the bar down here. Obviously, the bar right here and this lever controls the right seat, while the bar and the lever on that side controls the left seat and the middle seat. I did set the driver's seat to a position that I would feel comfortable in. As mentioned earlier on, I'm about 5'7", which is about 1.7 meters tall. There is quite a lot of room to stretch out my feet underneath the driver's seat. As for legroom, I get about this much. And I get about this much in terms of headroom. It is quite nice and spacious back here in the middle row. And as mentioned earlier, you can always adjust the position of the middle row seats to suit your needs. On the front seat backs are storage pockets together with cutouts that help with additional legroom. Rear aircon vents in the middle with a bit of storage down here. And you can adjust the front passenger seat from the controls right here. Rear center armrest with cup holders. And right above, for both sides on the middle row, are grip handles and the reading lights. They are LED powered as well. You can find hooks on the B pillars. There are 4 ways to operate the powered rear hatch in this 2023 Tiggo 8 Pro. Boot space in the Tiggo 8 Pro is 193 litres with all the rear seat backs in place. Fold the third row seat backs down and the boot space increases to 892 litres. When all the rear seat backs are folded down, boot space then becomes 2101 litres. To the left of the boot is a power outlet, and under the boot floor is a space to store the cargo cover when not in use, along with storage areas and the vehicle's warning triangle, toolkit, and jack. Adjustable headrests for all rows of seats in this car. Speakers, bottle holder, storage, window control, and the front passenger seat in this car does get full powered adjustments as well, with all of the controls located right down there. The two things that this side misses out on are the 4-way power lumbar support and the 3-person memory function. Nicely sized glove box, grip handle for the front passenger, and the front passenger's sun visor does get a vanity mirror with an LED light as well. Alright, so let's start it up with the door closed. Alright, so that's it for the startup and full vehicle tour video of this 2023 Chery Tiggo 8 Pro 390T Premium. Thanks for watching and goodbye.